Hola, buenas tardes. Bienvenidos a I Live English, Jesse y You. El día de hoy trabajaremos con la lección 16 del nivel 4. En esta lección, bueno, el día de hoy trabajaremos con adverbios, pero adverbios de frecuencia. Suena muy complejo, pero estos son palabras como always, often, sometimes, seldom y never. Estas palabras nos ayudan a decir con qué frecuencia hacemos algo. Prácticamente es de lo que se trata la clase. Hablar de frecuencia. Por ejemplo, decimos, I always drink coffee. Siempre tomo café. Podemos decir, I sometimes watch TV. ¿Y qué significa? A veces veo televisión, a veces veo televisión. O podemos decir, I never smoke, I never smoke, nunca fumo. Entonces vamos a practicar mucho para que ustedes puedan usarlas de forma natural al hablar. Todo es bastante claro y lo veremos paso a paso. Entonces comenzamos. Entonces, aquí. And practice number one. All right. But before this, let's practice with a mini review, okay? For example, I am taking a shower is in continuous. That is, estoy tomando un baño. I take a shower es tomo un baño. Ajá. I am speaking in English es estoy hablando en inglés. I speak in English es hablo en inglés. Que son cosas un poquito diferentes, ya que uno es continuo en este momento y el otro es más en forma general. Si digo también estoy enseñando inglés, es en este momento, pero si digo enseño inglés, es más de forma rutinaria o general. Es lo único que debemos estar practicando para no confundir el action to be con los simple forms. ¿Ok? Ahora sí, comenzamos. Y no más español.
Always.
Let's practice with always. Always. Well, always is every day. Yeah, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, and on Sunday, right? And the word is always. So, Jesse, what is the frequency? What is the frequency for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Always.
Excellent. Student you, what is the frequency for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Good. Excellent. And my example. My example is this teacher student. Teacher. Hey, teacher, what do you always do? Answer. I always take a shower. One more time. Teacher, what do you always do? What do you always do? Answer. I always take a shower. Uh-huh. And that is on Monday. I take a shower on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Uh-huh. So now let's practice with this question, Jesse. Question for you, Jesse, and then Jesse, question for student you, and a student you, question for me, okay? The question
Mhm.
again is, what do you always do, Jesse? What do you always do?
I always drink coffee.
Good, I always drink coffee. Excellent. Now, Jesse, question for student you.
Student you. What do you always do?
Exactly. I always and one action, right? Now, student you, question for me. correct? And my example is I always make my bed. Yes, I always make my bed. I always drink water. I always take a shower. Good. Next. Now let's check this. Okay. One moment. Oh, yeah. So that is always. What do you, let's practice with a second round. Okay, Jesse? And
Mhm.
student you. One more time. Jesse, what do you always do? A second activity, Jesse.
I always eat breakfast.
Okay, excellent. I always eat breakfast. Okay, or I always have breakfast. Correct. Next, Jesse. Question for student you.
Student you, what do you always do?
Perfect. Excellent. Now, student you. Question for me. Good. Excellent. Now, my answer is I always clean my table. I always clean my table in my house. Okay. I always clean my table. Next. What is the next?
Never.
Never. The next vocabulary is never. Never is the opposite of always. The opposite of always is, what is the opposite of always, Jesse?
Never.
Excellent. Student you, what is the opposite of always? Good. Excellent. Now let's practice with examples. What? Yeah. Teacher, what do you never do? What do you never do? What do you never do, teacher? And my example. My example is I never teach Spanish to my students. I never teach Spanish to my students. Okay? This is my example. One more time. What do you never do? What do you never do? I never teach Spanish to my students. So, Jesse, question for you. What do you never do?
I never eat junk food.
I never eat junk food. Excellent. Next, Jesse, question for student you.
Student you, what do you never do?
Good, excellent. Now, student you, question for me. Okay. Now the answer is I never smoke. Never. I never smoke. Yeah, I never smoke cigarettes. Yeah. Next, Jesse. What, second round. What do you never do?
I never eat fish.
You never eat fish. Excellent. Perfect. So, Jesse, question for student you.
Student you, what do you never do?
Okay, excellent. Good. Now, student you, question for me. Good, excellent. So the answer is uh, yes. I never. Oh yeah. I never say bad words in the classroom. I never say bad words in the classroom. Now we finished. Let's practice with the next. In the next exercise, Jesse, let's practice with, again, with never, but probably, oh no, let's practice with the next one. Sorry, here. This one is
often,
often. Often, guys, often is similar to frequently. Similar to frequently, frecuentemente, frequently, it's often. So, Jesse, what is similar to frequently?
Often.
Good. Student, you, what is similar to frequently? Good, excellent. So now let's practice. The question is, teacher, what do you often do? What do you often do? Answer. I often watch TV. I often watch TV. I often watch TV. But now, you, Jesse, what do you often do? What do you often do?
I often visit my family.
You often visit your family. Excellent. Good. And Jesse, question for student you.
Student June, what do you often do?
Good. Next, student you. Question for me. Good. Excellent. Now, example, well, my personal example is I often run. I often run in the park. Jesse, what do you often do?
I often eat out.
Okay, you often eat out. Good, excellent. Jesse, a question for student you.
Student June, what do you often do?
Good, perfect. Now, yeah, one final question for me. Okay, so answer. I often walk my dog. I often walk my dog. Uh-huh. Next. The next is
sometimes,
sometimes. Sometimes. And yes, sometimes is like a veces. Yeah, a veces. So what is yeah, this is a new vocabulary, Jesse. What is this frequency?
Sometimes.
Exactly, and check the calendar. Not every day, only sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. So now the question is, what do you sometimes do? What do you sometimes do? What do you sometimes do is correct. What do you do sometimes is correct too. Uh-huh. But let's practice with what do you sometimes do? Answer. My personal example is I sometimes eat tacos with a jarrito. I sometimes eat tacos with a jarrito. Yeah, the jarrito is the soda. So, Jesse, what do you sometimes do?
I sometimes go out with friends.
Excellent. Now, Jesse, a question for student you.
Student June, what do you sometimes do?
Good. Perfect. Excellent. Now, student you. Question for me. That's right. Example, well, answer. I sometimes drink soda. I sometimes drink soda. Next, Jesse, what do you sometimes do?
I sometimes study at night.
You sometimes study at night. Excellent. Good, Jesse. Now, example for student you.
Student you, what do you sometimes do?
Good. Now, student you. Question for me. Exactly. My example is I sometimes sleep 8 hours. Okay. I sometimes sleep 8 hours. Sometimes. Okay. Not always. Next. Now let's practice with this.
seldom,
Seldom. Seldom. Seldom is almost never. Almost never. It's like rara la vez. Okay. Something like that. Eh, so seldom. For example, teacher, what do you seldom do? Answer, I seldom go to the dentist. Here and here in the year, 2 times, 3 times. Yes, I seldom go to the dentist. Yeah. And Jesse, what do you seldom do?
I
Like
I
almost never.
seldom watch TV.
Okay, you seldom watch TV. Good. Jesse, question for student you.
Student you, what do you seldom do?
Good, excellent. Now, student you. Question for me. Yes. Answer. Yes. I seldom go to the doctor. I seldom go to the doctor. Jesse, what do you seldom do?
I seldom go out at night.
Okay. Jesse, question for student you.
Student you, what do you seldom do?
Good. Now, one final question for me, student you. Good. Answer. I seldom check Facebook. I seldom check Facebook. I seldom see Facebook. Next, let's go over the next one. And we have seldom. Now let's practice with, uh, yeah, let's practice with siblings or give me a second. Oh yeah. Let's practice with family members, okay? Let's practice with family members. And with the word always or often or sometimes or seldom or never. Check. Always, often, sometimes, seldom, never. I repeat. Always, often, sometimes, seldom, never. Okay? Now let's practice with this. Example. what do your siblings always or often or sometimes or seldom or never do? You select one characteristic, one frequency. What do your siblings always do? What do your siblings often do? What do your siblings sometimes do? What do your siblings seldom do? What do your siblings never do? Select one. Okay? In my example is, what do your siblings seldom do? Teacher, what do your siblings seldom do? And my example is, uh, they seldom go to magical towns. They seldom go to magical towns. And yeah, now let's practice with one question for you, Jesse. What do your siblings, yeah, what do your siblings sometimes do?
My siblings sometimes play video games.
Now, your siblings sometimes play video games. Excellent. Now, give me 1 second. Yeah. Student you, let's practice with this. What do your yeah, well, now let's practice with this. Yeah, what do your cousins often do? What do your cousins often do? Good, excellent. Jesse, what do your friends never do?
Um, my friends never eat in the office.
Okay, my friends never eat in the office. Next, student you, what do your coworkers always do? Remember, coworkers is compañeros de trabajo. What do your coworkers always do? Well, or co-workers or classmates in school, classmates at work, co-workers. Good. Next, Jesse, what do your colleagues never do? Oh, seldom. Sorry, let's practice with seldom. What do your colleagues seldom do?
My colleagues never, sorry, seldom, right? My
Seldom.
colleagues seldom eat out.
Okay, your colleagues seldom eat out. All right, good. Next, now let's go over practice number 7. Yeah. In this exercise, let's practice with your ideas, okay? Let's practice with your ideas. Yeah. Personal idea. For example, people. One example with people. What is one example? People always. You select always, sometimes, often, well, always, often, sometimes, seldom, or never. Example, people always push you on the subway. People always push you on the subway. Uh-huh. Well, this is my example about people. Jesse, what is your example about people? A different example with the word people, with always, often, sometimes, seldom, or
Okay.
never. You select.
So people always eat.
People always eat what, Jesse?
I don't know. Well, maybe junk food.
Okay, completed.
Yes, so people always eat junk food.
Good, excellent. Now, student you, what is your example with people? Always, seldom, no, sorry, always, often, sometimes, seldom, never. Select one. Good. Next, now let's practice with one example with uh, children. Jesse, what is your example
Okay.
with children?
Children often watch cartoons.
Okay. Children often watch cartoons. Good, good, good. Next, student you. What is one example with the word women? Women in general. Mhm. Good. Next, Jesse, what is your example about men in general?
Men never cook the dinner.
Uh-huh. Yes, men never cook dinner only. Complete it?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Men never cook dinner.
Excellent. Good, good, good. Now, student you. Now, let's practice with workers. One example with the word workers. Good. Next. Jesse, what is one example with the word students?
Students always use their phones.
Uh-huh. Excellent. Good. Next. Student you. What is one example with Mexicans? Mexicans. Next. Jesse, what is one example with engineers? Engineers.
Engineers seldom go on vacation.
Okay. Engineers seldom go on vacation. Good. Next, student you. What is one example with tourists? Tourists. Good. Excellent. So now we finished. Okay. And that's it. Bueno, en esta clase pudimos observar que vimos prácticamente los más esenciales. El día de mañana, de hecho, trabajaremos con todos, ahora sí con todos, pero en esta clase fue solamente lo esencial, ¿vale? Si tienen alguna duda, pues acérquense con alguno de sus profesores y ellos les estarán ayudando para que puedan entender esto mucho mejor, especialmente en la forma de la pregunta, ¿vale? Y también que cuando estructuren, pues sea claro y que sepan dónde poner exactamente el always o el often o algo así. Cualquier duda, acérquense nuevamente con sus maestros y los estaremos esperando en la próxima clase. Cuídense mucho, tengan un buen día. Jesse y Student You. Bye.